This is Father Chris Fallon speaking to you from St. Teresa's Church in Norris Green on Saturday the 21st of March, in these difficult times of great uncertainty with the coronavirus. You'll know by now that our churches are not holding any public services, and I just want to read you now the statement that we've put out for St. Teresa's and for Our Lady Queen of Martyrs. Following guidance from the Bishops' Conference and Archbishop Malcolm, in order to keep each other safe, to save lives and to support our NHS, public worship in our churches has ceased from yesterday evening, Friday the 20th of March, until further notice. The guidance will be reviewed weekly and can be found on the Archdiocesan website. You can watch a video of Cardinal Nichols speaking about our response to this crisis at the Bishops' Conference website. We urge all our parishioners to follow the public health advice. Those over 70 or with underlying health conditions or possible symptoms of the virus should self-isolate at home. Everyone else should avoid social gatherings and unnecessary travel, wash hands regularly, and observe social distancing. Both our churches will be open to those not self-isolating for individual private prayer, with no organised services, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sundays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Anyone coming to church to pray will need to observe the hygiene guidelines and maintain a distance from other people in the church. We will need volunteers to act as stewards during these times. The priests, Father Anthony and myself, will continue to celebrate Mass with no deacons or lay faithful present, offering prayers for everyone. We don't have very good facilities for live streaming, but we're making do with the equipment we have for now. And you'll see on the website the times when you can join in those services, watch the live streaming of Mass, and watch it also recorded later. We'll be offering prayers for everyone. Each day, a Mass celebrated by the Archbishop or other senior clergy will be live streamed on the Archdiocesan website. An important thing for people to know is that the obligation to attend Sunday Mass and Holy Days does not apply as long as the pandemic lasts. Nobody is committing a sin by missing Mass in these conditions. There will be no pastoral visits or communion visits, including by Eucharistic ministers, to those who are at home, but telephone support will be offered. The priests will be able to give the sacrament of the sick in cases of necessity, following strict hygiene procedures. Baptisms and weddings will be deferred until public guidance indicates it's safe for congregations to gather, or in cases of necessity, they may be celebrated privately with only the immediate family present. The preparation programs for our First Communion and Confirmation will be suspended for the time being, and we'll review after Easter whether the celebrations can go ahead as planned in June. The sacrament of reconciliation or confession may be provided on request, observing hygiene and social distancing requirements. Funeral services will not take place in church, but only at a crematorium or a cemetery, attended only by the immediate family, and subject to any further conditions the crematorium or the cemetery may lay down. But we will have the opportunity for memorial masses to be offered for those who've died at a later date when we can gather. St. Teresa's Parish Centre and the community room at Our Lady Queen of Martyrs are closed. All regular group meetings are suspended. Our Lady Queen of Martyrs Parish Centre will also now be closing because of the recent government announcement. Our parish schools are closing on Friday the 20th of March, but St. Teresa's and St. Swithin schools have been named as hubs which will remain open for vulnerable children and for the children of key workers identified by the government. We're very grateful to the staff of those schools who will be working, some of them extra hours, to make it possible for vulnerable children to be looked after and for key workers to keep the rest of us safe and to keep our country going. It's important at this time that we offer each other whatever help and support we can, whether that's a phone call to check someone is okay, or someone who can move about, offering to do shopping and other tasks for those who must stay at home. Human contact, whether by phone or Skype or in person or any other social media means we can use, is vital for all of us. If you would like to volunteer your help in our parish communities, please email or leave a message on either of the parish office phone numbers, indicating what your own situation is and what help you can offer. If you need to talk to someone about your own needs or those of someone you look after, again, please contact either of the parish offices by email or by phone. In the midst of this crisis, we hold on to our faith in the God who loves us and who can bring good out of the least promising situations, and we can encourage and pray for each other. The upsurge of generosity and goodwill in communities, with people volunteering to care for each other and support the most vulnerable, is surely a sign of God's love, present and active in these difficult times. Archbishop Malcolm has asked that we should all have a prayer, which I'm going to read to you in a moment. But I'm also going to read to you first a poem that some people have found helpful as we face this time of many of us having to stay at home. And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows. And the people began to think differently, and the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth, fully as they had been healed. That's a poem by Kitty O'Mara. So I'm going to end with the prayer that Archbishop Malcolm has asked that we all have and that we say for each other. It's a prayer in time of danger and illness. God our Father, each person is precious to you. You are the giver of life. Have mercy on us and protect us at this time, as the coronavirus threatens health and life. You are an ever-present helper in time of trouble. Watch over those who are suffering. Give strength to those who are aiding the sick, and give courage to all in this time of anxiety. We ask this of you in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless you all.